Lewis Hamilton refuses to lose faith. "I feel optimistic for the future," he insists, despite results telling a different story. A declaration that reveals a champion's mindset in the face of adversity. Because while the numbers look disappointing, Hamilton sees something in the Ferrari SF25 that others cannot detect. A tale of hidden potential waiting to be unlocked. A tale of a 7-time world champion who detects qualities in his car that timing screens and results sheets cannot capture. A tale of unwavering belief when everyone else has written off Ferrari's chances. Let's examine what's really happening beneath the surface. 6 rounds into his Ferrari career, and Hamilton finds himself 7th in the championship standings. That's not where anyone expected a driver of his caliber to be. That's not where Ferrari promised he would be when he made his blockbuster move from Mercedes. But there's a mystery at the heart of this story that few are discussing, but Hamilton keeps referencing. "This car really does have performance," Hamilton states with absolute certainty. "But something's holding us back at the moment. We've lost performance since China, and it's there. It's just we can't use it." These aren't the excuses of a driver past his prime. These are the technical observations of an expert who has driven and developed the most dominant cars in F1 history. The Shanghai Sprint victory wasn't a fluke or a one-off. It was a glimpse of what's possible when everything aligns correctly with this Ferrari. And then, inexplicably, it vanished. Miami told the same perplexing tale as previous races. 3rd in Saturday's sprint race, showing genuine pace and promise when the stars aligned. 12th in qualifying for the Grand Prix, the potential suddenly evaporating overnight. 8th in the race itself, fighting with a car that should be capable of so much more. "I generally had a good day," Hamilton reflected after Miami. "8th doesn't really look like that, but I feel optimistic for the future." This persistent optimism in the face of disappointment isn't a delusion. It's the mindset that has earned Hamilton 7 world championships. He sees something others don't. He feels something in the car that data hasn't captured. Compare this with Charles Leclerc's perspective on the same machinery. "The pace is just not at all there," the Monegasque declared after qualifying 6th for the sprint. "After the race today wasn't the Sunday we wanted, and even though the pace is not there, I don't think there were any miracles. There wasn't much more in the car. 2 drivers, same team, same equipment, dramatically different outlooks. One sees fundamental limitations that cannot be overcome. The other sees untapped potential just waiting for the right key to unlock it." And here lies the fascinating question at the heart of Ferrari's troubled 2025 campaign. Is Hamilton, with his years of experience at the pinnacle of the sport, detecting something genuinely valuable that others have missed? Or is his optimism simply a psychological shield against the disappointment of his situation? The data presents a challenging picture that seems to contradict Hamilton's beliefs. The SF25 consistently trails the McLaren and Red Bull by around half a second per lap. In Miami, Ferrari couldn't even outpace Kimi Antonelli's Mercedes, a rookie, in a car that has struggled all season, and yet Hamilton speaks of performance that's there but somehow cannot be accessed, like a secret chamber within the car that no one can find the key to unlock. A treasure chest of speed that remains frustratingly sealed despite the team's best efforts. The radio communications between Hamilton and his engineers tell their own story of a team searching for answers. Much of his Miami race was marked by constant discussions with the pit wall, strategy debates while positions were being lost on track, confusion as he and Leclerc fought over the same piece of asphalt, hindering each other rather than focusing on cars ahead. A team seemingly at odds with itself, unable to harness whatever potential Hamilton believes exists within the SF25. Ferrari appears to be a team of individuals rather than a cohesive unit working toward a common goal. And now comes the true test of Ferrari's ability to unlock this mysterious performance. Imola, the heart of Ferrari territory in northern Italy, where the pressure intensifies tenfold, where the passionate tifosi demand results, not promises or explanations. And then Monaco, a circuit where Leclerc has already conceded defeat before even arriving. Unfortunately, I'm really not looking forward to Monaco this year, as I don't think we've got a car to be great there. This from a driver who conquered his home race last season. This from a driver with intimate knowledge of every centimeter of those streets, yet Hamilton's optimism remains unshaken in the face of these challenges. Perhaps because, at 40 years old, with nothing left to prove to anyone, he made this move to Ferrari for exactly these circumstances, to solve the unsolvable, to find performance where others see only limitations, to achieve what seems impossible given the current state of the SF25. Hamilton came to Ferrari to write history, not just to add another chapter to his already legendary career, to secure that record-breaking 8th world title with the sport's most iconic team, The path has proven far more challenging than anyone anticipated. But perhaps that's precisely the point for a driver who has already conquered every other mountain in Formula One. Until we get a fix for that, then this is where we are. He acknowledges with characteristic maturity, but in the meantime, we can work on all the other stuff. The mindset of a problem solver, not a complainer. The approach of a champion who sees obstacles as puzzles waiting to be solved rather than immovable barriers. So the question that will define Ferrari's season remains tantalizingly unanswered. Is Hamilton's mysterious? Something holding the team back, a tangible technical issue that can be identified and fixed? Or is Ferrari's 2025 car simply not the weapon that Hamilton was promised when he signed that blockbuster contract? Is his optimism justified by genuine hidden potential, or is it merely delaying the inevitable reckoning with reality? What do you think? Is Hamilton seeing something in the SF25 that nobody else can detect, or is his positivity merely a professional mask covering deep disappointment? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Like this video if you believe Hamilton's Ferrari mystery deserves more investigation. This is F1 Prime News, where we analyze what others merely report. And trust us, the Hamilton-Ferrari saga is just beginning to unfold.